Hello friends, I am Dr. Alka Mukherjee, Medical Legal Consultant from Nagpur. Here I am with a very important topic today, tips and tricks to survive a medical legal battle. Friends, for successful defending of a medical legal case, one has to be very careful and vigilant since beginning. As such, there is no formal training regarding these laws and everything to us. Legal issues, they are remembered, legal notices, summons from court, we can understand from them. Knowledge of law pertaining to medical practice is must. How is medical practice today? Medical practice is extremely complicated. And what is the expectation of a law? Law wants us to give standard care as per the Boehm's test. Why there is rise in medical legal cases? Because there is awareness of patients towards health issues, attitude of patient towards doctor. Society has changed, doctors have changed, patients have changed. The total mindset of the society have changed. Plenty of plethora of information available on the internet. Lack of communication between doctor and patient, both are very busy. More is the practice, more chances of medical legal cases. And timely non-identification of suspicious patients. These are the few reasons why there is rise in the medical legal cases. And coming to expectations of the patients, they are sky high. There are many real life pressures, real world pressures in an already labor intense specialty. We have to maintain the electronic records, we have to decline the reimbursements, we have to fill up the forms. There are medical legal issues, there are coding and billing compliance, the drugs are so costly. Nowadays e-prescription has come up. So many pressures on all of us. So let us start with how the litigation it starts. There are three types of patients: smart, smarter and smartest. The smart patients, the patients and relatives, they make lot of noise. They grumble, they creep, they complain, but they don't do anything. The smarter patients, they are calm, quiet, as long as the patient is under your care. But at the same time, they try to get all the detailed information about everything without making any noise. They pay medicines, bills, there is no problem. But they insist for bills, receipt, detailed discharge cards and summary of records. Sometimes they click photographs too. Then there are smartest patients. They ask for photocopy of indoor case papers if not done themselves. These last two categories, they are dangerous. The first important point, what is notice? Notice from advocate or patient, notice or summons from court or statutory notice. Notice through lawyer, consumer forum or human rights. To begin with, any patient or relatives will never proceed with anything on their own. They always consult their lawyers. Many options for patients are there. Patients either can give notice themselves, ordinary letter demanding details and compensation. But usually these are not given importance by doctors. Doctor may ignore it or may give them a weird reply. This is an example of a weird reply. Once a para 3 patient, 96 kg woman, went under emergency cesarean section under spinal anesthesia, landed up with cardiac arrest on table, revived, shifted to tertiary care hospital, visited many hospitals, she survived in vegetative form. Husband sent later demanding compensation for 19 lakhs as damage. Doctor replied, give her holy water for 3 times a day, pray to God 4 times a day, go to worshipping places once to Mumbai, go to Ajmer once a month, all worries will be over. Case landed up in State Consumer Redressal Forum. Prosecution lawyer read out the reply in court, open court, loudly. Doctor was irresponsible, careless and casual. Case was lost at national level too. Casual approach was a costly affair. The second example of a case settlement at a notice stage only. It was a case of premature delivery, a stillbirth. A doctor practicing at Mumbai received a notice from Ludhiana demanding 17 lakhs for stillbirth. Doctor consulted association's medical legal case expert, lawyer was sent. Reply after very careful consideration and balancing all the facts was given within time. There was no case filed. careful, truthful, cautious and sincere approach, complainant may not go beyond the notice. Then mode of sending notice, is it important? Yes, because if you receive a letter by registered or speed post, you consider it as very important. Ordinary letter under certificate of posting, you try to ignore. One must not ignore any communication irrespective of way of receiving. Even a simple phone call from a patient should not be ignored. So is it necessary to reply to a legal notice? No, it is not necessary to reply. But ultimately, you are landing up in danger. These three P's are very important. Preserve, prepare, present the answer. Let us see one by one. Once you receive notice, preserve both the notice paper and envelope. Take a deep breath. Write date and time on the both envelope and notice page when one has received it, and preserve it. Notice may be on the personal name, name of the hospital, name of institution, name of trust, corporate hospital, unit head or hospital in charge. The second type of notice is consumer court notice. One should read the notice very carefully. Important dates mentioned in the notice should be noted, especially the last date of reply should be well remembered. Document must be well prepared, adequate number of copies to be made. How one reacts to the legal notice? The commonmost reaction is a creation of panic. But remember friends, it is just a procedure. You have to retrieve the case papers from the record section, go through them in detail, take out notes of sequence of events, try to remember the event, put them in proper perspective. You can reply yourself. But if you reply yourself, the reply may be inadequate. So how to reply to the notice? The reply to the legal notice is the foundation of your defense. Without disclosing the controversial points and using proper words and not committing or admitting your errors, mistakes, reply should be drafted, reply should be proper, it should be read carefully. Please do not divulge all the details in a single go. The first reply is the foundation of building. It should be proper and strong. It forms the basis for good defense. Reply should reach in time. You should not ask for any extension of date. Start preparing for defense because time is always less. Then how to prepare defense? Three principles must be kept in mind. Doctor has followed a standard line of treatment throughout. A treatment modality offered to the patient which was a standard one, and it is usually followed by most of the doctors. There was no negligence, and the problem of patient is because of complication of unforeseen event. Any complication or damage was not due to omission or action of the doctor. Documents required for the defense. The best evidence is the meticulous notes, details about the sequence of events, proper case paper should be in standard format, printed paper, not plain paper, printed paper of the hospital, detailed history, personal, past and family, relevant findings recorded, all symptoms narrated and documented, clinical signs must be enlisted on the paper, reports of relevant investigations which constitute diagnosis and act as a supportive document to prove that a particular procedure or treatment modality was indicated. Coming to consent form, it should be a valid consent form, always be an informed consent form. Patients undergoing surgery, all the possible complications and sequelae has to be explained in detail. In mishaps, specific consents from relatives after proper explanation, written in their own handwriting. It is prudent to have separate consent forms for each procedure. Coming to operation notes, how they should be. They should be proper and meticulous. Note exact pre-op diagnosis, presence of adhesions or other significant findings. Drawing a pre-op and post-op diagram forms a good evidence. It helps in elaboration of exact surgical procedure you have performed, and it has a good reputation in the court of law. Coming to anesthesia notes, detailed intra-op monitoring notes are very important. It tells about the exact condition of the patient during and immediate after surgery. The drugs and their doses are equally important. The post-operative instructions, they are very close. The patient should be monitored closely in the post-op period. Record of monitoring is must, and patient and relatives must be given appropriate post-op instructions and to be noted down, jotted down on a monitoring case sheet. Coming to discharge summary and follow-up instructions. Explicit written instructions about follow-up. They are asset in doctor's favor. Copy of same to be kept with the case paper. Take the claim number. All relevant case papers in safe custody should be kept. Verbal promise or communication has no meaning. Once informed to branch manager, what next? Insurance company had given lawyer of your choice with approval of insurance company. Still, one must keep on informing at every stage and ask for reimbursement. The second chance will be insurance company has not given you lawyer. Give a reference number of first letter that you had sent to the insurance company and reminder thereafter along with the photocopy and reply to the branch manager for pursual. Inquire about providing lawyer and reimbursing the charges of the lawyer. Start thinking. Think about the patient, think about the relative, think about the source, think about the behavior and about the social and geographical location of the patient from where this medico-legal case happened to you. Once you start thinking, you will get some or other clue from the patient or either from the relatives about the source, about the behavior who have brought the patient. That will help you in solving your case. What are the typical allegations by patients? If something goes wrong, it may be a complication of disease or operation. Suspicion of negligence, then there starts a blame game. Allegations usually made by the patients are operation was done unnecessarily, consent form was not taken, proper consent was not taken, complications not explained, surgery was not performed correctly, post-operative care was bad, patient is suffering physically and mentally just because of wrong treatment given by the doctor. Then they will demand a heavy sum and compensation towards the suffering of prolonged illness which arises after the mishap. Here comes the role of communication skill. Our specialty is totally different. Most of the patients they come for 9 months to us. Patients are familiar with us. family हमारे यहाँ लगी होती है. Happy times turning into bad news. Apparently healthy patient suddenly become serious. It is bit indigestible to the relatives. Most of the cases, the medico-legal cases, they happen not for money. They happen just out of frustration. In our case, what the patient has to prove? If a doctor is sued, onus lies on the patient to prove that doctor is guilty. The patient needs to prove that doctor was duty bound towards the patient, which means that he was committed to take care of the patient. He has failed in his or her duty while treating the patient. Care given was substandard. Substantial damage was caused by his or her negligence. The fifth important step is searching for the lawyer. It is not a rocket science. We can search lawyer from friends, relatives, organizations, friends from the medical practice who are lawyers. Find out good lawyer who have experience in medico-legal cases. Sort out help from a medico-legal expert for any flaws or shortcomings. Best option to have both at the same time. The most tedious and most important part is working with the lawyer. Certain tips. One should write down what you are going to answer to your lawyer. Explain the lawyer about medical science because they don't know medical science. Tell your lawyer what you know and what you don't. Tell him about such past cases or acts you know of. Give him relevant data. Show him all the documents. You should have patience, have sufficient time, have concentrated attention. Otherwise, I am having a PCOPD right now, I cannot come. This thing should not be happen. Instruction giving to the lawyer is a big ceremony. Translation of medical information into legal and vice versa is very difficult. Illegible handwriting, short forms, etc. Their lawyer should understand proper instructions, whatever you had given. Where can a patient complain? Patient can complain at many platforms. At the Consumer Court. Consumer Court comes under Consumer Protection Act. It is for the benefit of consumer. It is a summary court. For quick redressal for aggrieved patient, for deficiency of service, it has a jurisdiction. Police and Criminal Court 304 and 304A, that comes under Magistrate. Medical Council, State Medical Council. Disciplinary body set up under Maharashtra Medical Council, which may take you under the breach of ethics and you may lose license to practice. And the next important forum is human rights. All are parallel forums. They are not connected, not bound by others. If the patient is aggressive and you have a very bad luck, you may land up in all the three forums simultaneously, which is a very expensive affair. You have to run around in all the three forums. Think about psychology of patient. The first step of institution of the case, the complaint. The first document filed with the court by a person or entity claiming legal rights against another. Complaint has to be filed in competent court. How the complaint files? Consumer forum deals with only civil cases, loss of mental peace and physical loss. Complaint can be given on a simple piece of paper. Then next comes the written statement. The reply you give to the complainant is the written statement. It is defense of the defendant, a defense called the written statement. It is the reply in which defendant defy or admit each and every allegation or fact given in the complaint. Before hearing, court wants your version of facts. That's why this written statement is there. Any denial or admission must be paraphrased and it should be clear. Then the third stage of hearing matter. After amendment in CPA, it is not necessary that all complaints should be admitted. Along with the written statement, you must give expert witness opinion and all possible medical references to the case along with the written statement to support your line of management. If complainant has not given expert medical opinion along with the case, complaint may not be admitted. It is always better to submit medical references not by defendant but by the expert person who is neutral. You have to submit 4 copies of written statement and an expert medical opinion, 3 for 3 judges and 1 for the complainant. You should have another 2 copies for the lawyer and self for future reference. Complainant's copy you can send directly and submit the acknowledgement to the consumer forum. Most of the time, all the procedures are done by lawyer, but you should be involved at each and every stage. Once you submit all these in given date, no fear of ex parte order from the forum. Under CPA, lawyers can represent you in consumer forum. Your physical presence is though not mandatory, but it is up to you. You should be there. Coming to procedure of law, rejoinder. If you have made any counter allegations against complainant, he may take permission for answer. Consumer court never entertains such rejoinder. Then comes the sur rejoinder, the reply in common law pleading of a plaintiff to a defendant's rejoinder. Your complainant, after receiving written statement, give you rejoinder, but if new issues added, inform the consumer forum. As per CPA, judgment should be in 90 days, but in India, you know the condition. Till judgment, wait for further action. If you have insurance, inform and ask for the expenses of lawyer, photocopy, printing, etc. from time to time. Certain principles, res sub judice. Under judgment, a case is being considered by court if 2 or more cases are filed between the same parties on the same matter. In 2 or more different courts, the competent court has power to stay proceedings of lower court or another court. Res judicata. A case there has been a final judgment and is no longer subject to appeal, barred from raising another issue arising from the same claim or transactions. Before court hears the matter, will look upon important evidence. Patient will provide expert evidence, doctor of same pathy, we who have equal experience or more, and will file an affidavit. Documentary evidence, from where to collect? Textbooks of Indian authors, textbooks of foreign authors, index journals, internet. Lastly, but exact internet address should be there. From the laws and rules, from the expert evidence, from the guidelines from the professional bodies. How long to maintain the records? Case already lodged. At no cost, case paper should be destroyed. The time limit for filing a case under CPA is for 2 years. But the president of forum or association have a discretionary power to condone the delay. Your case paper should be complete before declaring death or shifting a serious patient to another hospital. Case records will be taken away by the police. There are many experts. Experts are in plenty, but expert evidence is most difficult one to get. The government medical college nearby HODs, head of the department, senior specialist, or our area person from a medical legal cell or professional or association is can act as one of the expert witness. Expert opinion should be in the affidavit format. Sworn statement, an expert must be called to the courtroom or forum to give evidence, and he or she should be available for cross-examination. Hence, local specialist is preferred who knows the working condition and infrastructure of that particular hospital. Remember, it is the only opportunity to the defendant to submit whatever material he wants to submit for defense at this juncture. Then coming to examination and cross-examination. Stage of trial. It is an integral part. Both parties, they are examined and cross-examined. Under CPA, it is not compulsion. But sometimes judge may decide to cross-examine you. But consumer court is a summary court. Cross-examination and examination are done on affidavit, which saves time, and entirely it is up to them whether to do it or not. Oral and written arguments, cross-examination, be aware of the opposition lawyer. Cross-examination by their lawyer, you should have a balanced frame of mind. You are given the chance to refresh your memory, but still after so many years the cases come for hearing, you may make mistakes. When the case is over, if the party who loses doesn't go for an appeal, litigation is over. Under Consumer Protection Act, appeal can be twice only, so at the end of 2 appeals from either side, litigation will be over. Coming to out-of-court settlement, settle it officially. At any point of time, it can be done. We respect our legal system in India, but we know the delays. If you feel any truth in the case, just go ahead and settle the case. Every court encourages settlement because they don't have time. Courts are there for ending your disputes and not encouraging the disputes. Is there any role of mediator? Yes. Many of the cases arise because of the misunderstanding between the doctor and patient. So the mediator can be a general practitioner, can be a referring doctor, can be your old patient or a social worker or politician. Advantages are the mediator can manage a violent mob, they improve doctor-patient communication, and they help you in out-of-court settlement. If somehow there is death of one of the party, does the case will end automatically? Yes or no, both. Legal heirs may continue to agitate on the basis of documents. They may win, they may lose. Allegations definitely going to continue. Court may choose to close the case if complainant, main witness, is not there. If you are not happy, if you want to do appeal, which is the basic right of all of us, inform your insurance company. Where does the appeal lie? Appeal lie in the hierarchy of the consumer forum. From district to state, from state to national. Complainant have to choose forum as per the compensation cap. Do you need to change the lawyer? It's up to you. If the case is lost, you want to go for appeal in appellate forum only. Argument will take place and no new evidence will be recorded or accepted in any form. At this stage, one cannot submit an expert opinion at all. Coming to insurance pros. What kind of policy you have? Association, group policy, own type of cover. Will the insurance company pay up? Civil cases, all are reimbursed. Which expenses will not be paid? It depends on the type of policy. It usually covers maximum. Criminal cases reimbursement done at the end of the case. Till then you have to pay from your own pocket. Cost of expert or traveling, will they pay? Again depends on the policy. Out of court settlement, association policy generally covers. Direct policy, it depends, but insurance company, they tend to go to the last quote. So prevention, good documentation, impression, standardization and accreditation is very important. Certain don'ts are important. Do not prescribe emergency medicines. Records must be kept properly, no manipulation after mishap. It's very important. How do you present yourself in the court? You should be very punctual. The courts always understand the importance of a doctor's time. You should be respectful in the court, be sympathetic to the patient. Use a language which a common man can understand. Minimize the use of medical jargon. Be firm on your statement, do not change it. Issue a statement only after verifying case paper records, and be calm. Prepare yourself mentally for a long drawn out of process ahead. Case and hearing may go on for a long time, which can be a very stressful experience for you, but be prepared. Don't look at it as a stir in your career. In practice, these kind of cases do occur occasionally. Be prepared for adverse publicity. A case may begin with allegations revealed in the print or electronic media. Do not get perturbed by such adverse comments and reactions, because media has a very short memory. Certain ways to minimize medico-legal problems in obstetrics and gynecology. Awareness of medico-legal problems is a must. You should follow code of ethics. Learn to sympathize with your colleagues when they are in trouble. That is very important. It's a popular misconception that doctors are not treated properly in the court of law. Court always values a doctor's time when he or she comes as a witness. We medicos became traders from 1986, from the advent of Consumer Protection Act. We all know about the attitude of public and judiciary about us. We don't have jury system in our courts. Percentage of cases going against doctors, though they are minimal, they are very stressful, except in the case complainant is medico. Therefore, if you receive a legal notice, if you follow the lessons in this PPT, you will come out scratch-free. That's a promise. Thank you so much. A visit to the court can be prevented by 3 P's: preserve, prepare and present the answer, proper care of patient, standardization and accreditation, maintaining standard and don't ignore renewals, meticulous documentation, taking second opinion and timely reference, focus more on internal system administrator. The day will come, the pregnant lady will be accompanied with her lawyer. Thank you so much.